big wave guy. You know what the fuck. 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 You know what the fuck.
What's good to the channel? Big Wave God made this your boy Ted. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and follow my IG page at Big Wave God. Now the boy Jason Whitlock, he under fire again for saying something else stupid. Somebody who's no stranger to getting criticized for saying dumb things and having the most ridiculous opinions. I mean, my boy used to work on the sports network, ESPN, and they had to part ways with him, which he made a million excuses talking about he's too manly or whatever, which it makes sense with his type of personality because what we about to react to was just blatantly like crazy that he said on Tucker Carlson. He said something blatantly crazy and blatantly untrue. He gave his thoughts about the tragic situation with Tyre Nichols when y'all seen them 5 black cops beating him down to a pulp, you feel me, until he eventually passed away in the hospital. And y'all been watching the news, y'all been seeing this protest going on everywhere, but this happened like in Memphis. And Jason Whitlock went on Fox News. Fox News, one of the biggest platforms where you can come on here and make a strong, impactful message. And he chose to do the exact opposite, and against black women at that. Now, this is the same dude who said that he parted ways with ESPN because he was too manly in there. You know what I'm saying? People was having feminine opinions talking about Jalen Rose and all them, and that the feminism was running rampant basically at ESPN, so he had to part ways. So you already see the type of mindset he got, and he has no problem bashing women, but in this particular instant, black women, instead of the 5 cops who did what they did. You know what I'm saying? Now, when white cops go and shoot an unarmed black person and all that, everybody want to blame the white cops and riot and doing all that. And now we protesting when some black cops doing something, and this dude gonna sit up here and shift the blame to single black women. It didn't make no sense. Your argument was stupid. That's just how I feel. And that's why you're not on ESPN no more, you feel me? And we're going to react to it and see what he had to say. Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments, you feel me? Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's get it.
Story about young black men and their inability to treat each other in a humane way. Everybody involved in this on the street level was either 24 to 32 years old. Everybody. It was a group of young black men, 5-on-1. Looked like gang violence to me. It looked like what young...
Now, he comparing 5 black cops beating one person down to gang violence. And mind you, he gonna lead this back to being raised by single black women. But you saying that basically they have a gang mentality when they officers of the law. Why? Because they black. And second of all, you don't even know who grew up by a single mom or none of that. So that's already ridiculous right there. You can't compare, you can't say they got the certain mindset when in the eyes of regular people, they have careers, they have good jobs, they did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? They finished school, they went and became cops, they didn't become gangbangers. So how can you blame that?
Black men do when they're supervised by a single black woman. And that's what they got going on in the Memphis Police Department.
You see, he know what he said was so stupid, he had to clear his throat just to keep on talking. Like, how does anybody even listen to this dude, and how is he on Tucker Carlson? Probably because Tucker Carlson is a freaking weirdo too. Let's keep it 100.
Or put some black woman in charge of the police force. This is a story about
Go to the next
young
slide,
black
man.
police force, and we're getting the same kind of chaos and disunity and violence.
So what? Now black men can't be cops because we have what, a higher rate of single moms, and we probably gonna instantly have a gang mentality, even though we went through school, went through the police academy, and became a officer of the law. You blaming 5 cops for that whole thing. Well, if that's the case, we could say all the white cops that shoot unarmed black people grew up as Nazis their whole life, just because that's a stereotype of racist white people. We not saying that though.
That we see in a lot of these cities that are run by single mothers. If we want to discuss the breakdown of family that leads to disrespect for authority, that causes you to resist the police and run from the police and not comply with the police because you resist authority at all time, because they're...
And black people resist authority because of the tragic things that happen to black people. Not just recently, I'm talking about over history. You got to remember why the police was even started. Growing up as a black kid, I was always scared of the police. I don't know why. I don't know if it's in our DNA. I don't know if it's just because we grow up like that, and when you're young, I don't know why it is that way, but it is that way. It's not because people just inherently want to be bad and don't have fathers and have no respect for the law. It's because people be truly scared. Now, if you committing a crime or doing something and you get your ass get to running and get up out of there, that is what it is. But it's a lot of people that is not criminals out here, like myself, who would rather not have any interactions with the police. Like, it's just skeptical on the black person part, you feel me? I done been walking down the street before and then been hemmed up by a cop and searched and everything because he said I fit the description. Somebody just called in on a burglary. That's why black people are scared of cops. And guess who was that? It was a black cop. It was a black cop that did that to me. And guess who hopped out of the car and was like, that wasn't him. I guess whoever it was that made the call, it was a white person. Let him go. They hopped out, let him go. A black cop did that to me. So you talking about people run from the cops because they don't respect authority and all that. I grew up with a mom and a dad, dude. A mom and a dad. So another argument don't even make sense. Not to mention, you know how many famous black leaders and athletes and anybody who's successful that's black, a lot of them grew up with a single mom and became highly successful. This is stupid.
Male authority in your home. Let's have that discussion. But that's not where they want to take us. They want to take us
because there's
down
no discussion. They don't take it there because that's a stupid discussion. Jason Whitlock. You should have a different argument.
This is Tucker Carlson's fault. This is some random white. This is Donald Trump's fault. It's not police force, and we're getting the same kind of.
So it say right here, man. Jason went on a rant, seemingly blaming police chief Sirlene Davis for what took place, labeling her a single black woman. Chief Davis is actually married to a retired law enforcement officer and has one daughter. So that's what I'm saying. This dude just up here talking out his ass. But it's not the first time. He had another controversy with the Uvalde, Texas situation when, you know, that crazy person went and, you know, did that to the school with all them elementary kids. And he was insensitive about that because you remember it was circulating when the police was standing down and was acting too scared to go in the school and actually save the kids because they felt like all the kids were already dead. That's crazy. And guess what Jason Whitlock gonna say? Something else he highly faced criticism for. He gonna say, I'm not defending the actions of the officers, but we've demonized law enforcement to the point that there are far fewer rewards for being a hero for taking risks. When your culture makes George Floyd the hero, real heroes stand down. Cultural rot has consequences. Well, first of all, let me tell you why this whole tweet don't make sense, because a hero is not looking for rewards, dude. Being a hero is not a professional job where you get fame, clout, and all that. Being a hero is doing the right thing at the right time with courage, having no fear, getting it done. That's being a hero. A lot of real heroes don't even want rewards after they do something, after they save somebody. They don't be wanting no money or getting no interviews or nothing like that, because that's in your heart. That's having courage. That's in your spirit, bro. So how you gonna defend law enforcement not going to save kids because law enforcement has been demonized for what they've been doing to unarmed people in America? If you own the law enforcement, you shouldn't be looking for no reward to be a hero. Your motherfucking paycheck is your reward. This is what you signed up for. You have to save people. And 5 cops beating a dude down to the point where he lose his life in the hospital, that ain't no hero. They was never heroes. They criminals. That's why they being charged with 2nd-degree murder. And the cops that stood down on Uvalde, a lot of them lost their jobs and got fired. They probably could have possibly faced charges because guess what? They weren't heroes. They weren't heroes. Deep down, they had no courage. They were scared. They were scared. Even though the children were in there already passed away, they were scared. The children were more brave than they was. The people in that school was the heroes. Those cops wasn't heroes. So you giving excuses why cops want to stand down. Guess what? A cop don't have no excuse to stand down. A cop's supposed to go in there just like a fireman got to go inside of a burning building and put it out. He not gonna sit there and let it burn down like, oh man, nah, y'all been doing injustice to firefighters, so I'm gonna just let the protesters come save it. No, that's called being a coward. You in the wrong career. You took the wrong career choice. You're a coward. You shouldn't be on law enforcement if you're a coward, and you shouldn't be on law enforcement if your ass is super violent and it's 5 of y'all jumping one dude like it's a street fight. And that don't have nothing to do with having a single mom. That don't have nothing to do with the police chief being a black woman, a single black woman when she married with a kid. You just talking out your ass as you always did on this tweet right here too. You feel me? And this is what somebody else had to say. This is what happens when you feel the need to comment on everything, regardless of your skill set, but actually have nothing meaningful to say. And that's Jason Whitlock, man. Charlamagne, get this nigga donkey of the day, man. Get this motherfucking nigga donkey of the day, man. You feel me? Because his points suck. That's why he's not on ESPN. It ain't about all that other shit. It's because your opinions and your takes suck, Jason Whitlock. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, man. Big wave got made. This your boy Ted. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Until next time, we out of here.
Long and asparagus, the money wasn't inherited. Wave up like excellence. I speak the truth like Exodus. Exodus before Xmas, then I treat the bitch like she don't exist. Left alone like the only kid. I just had to show my dominance. I just had to show my prominence. I could kill him with accomplishments.